dignitaries, it is an honor to be here at the 60th session of the Commission on the Status of Women. India aligns with the statement made by the Kingdom of Thailand on behalf of G77. The inclusion of the Sustainable Development Goals 5 of achievement of gender equality and empowerment of women and girls in the Universal and Transformative Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development is one of the most important developments in our quest for rights for women. The international community has committed itself to realizing that gender equality and the empowerment of women and children will make a crucial contribution to progress across all the goals and targets of Agenda 2030. Mr. Chair, the socio-political ethos in India flows from our Constitution that conveys a powerful mandate for equality and the rights of women in its preamble. The fundamental rights guarantee equality, and the fundamental duties provide for affirmative discrimination as an instrument for ensuring their empowerment. Mr. Chair, I would like to highlight some of the important milestones achieved and initiatives undertaken in our pursuit of Millennium Goals. We have achieved gender parity in primary education, and disparity in secondary education is also declining fast. Our country has made remarkable progress in reducing maternal deaths in the last 2 decades, and the maternal mortality rate has registered an overall decline of 70% between 1990 and 2012. Institutional and safe deliveries have increased from 34% in 1999 to 86% in 2014. Today, 1 million women, constituting nearly half of the total elected representatives of local governing bodies, are in a position to make decisions influencing local communities. Our national policy for the empowerment of women in 2001 is aimed at the advancement, development, and empowerment of women in all spheres. The national policy of women is also being updated to capture the emerging challenges to position women as equal partners of sustainable development. The amendments to the Indian Criminal Law in 2013, the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013, and the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 comprehensively address all forms of violence against women and girls and ensure gender equality. Mr. Chair, in January 2015, we started a multi-sectoral intervention to improve child sex ratio under the flagship program Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, celebrating the girl child and enabling her education to overcome the challenge of deep-seated biases towards girl children. The program aims at changing the mindset and removing the gender bias. Schools and colleges are being encouraged to designate a gender champion in each class who gets a recognition at the end of the academic year for contribution to gender equality. One-stop centers are being set up in various parts of the country with services to affected women, including medical aid, police assistance, legal aid, case management, psychosocial counseling, and temporary support services under one roof. India is building a gender-responsive and sensitized police force through training programs, performance appraisal, and by promoting 33% reservations to women in the police. Many of the SDGs of Agenda 2030 are already being implemented through major programs of the government, such as Swachh Bharat Abhiyan for better sanitation, Make in India, Digital India, Skill India, Smart Cities, and Jan Dhan Yojana, banking the unbanked. National Health Mission, eHeart, which is the first e-commerce portal for women entrepreneurship, cooking gas connections to women below poverty line households, which are estimated to be about 50 million poor households. ICT is an effective and efficient enabler of gender equality and empowerment of women. We have recently launched Mahila eHeart, an online marketing platform for women to encourage women entrepreneurs who will be supported by the Women Entrepreneurship Council. On the day of the launch itself, about 125,000 beneficiaries under 10,000 self-help groups registered themselves on this portal. Mr. Chair, we are confident that the 60th session of CSW will further encourage the development of networks for knowledge exchange, peer learning, and coordination amongst the member states, as well as civil society organizations, to realize the principles of gender equality and women empowerment. In conclusion, I would like to reaffirm that the Government of India is committed to ensuring gender equality and promoting women's empowerment at all levels for forging inclusive society and development. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I thank the Minister for Women and Child Development of India for her statement, and I next